Hi there, this is Ben Hewlett. This is a recording, the audio recording of a recent Q&A that I did with a bunch of students. Hope you enjoy it, see what you can learn, pick out the gold dust. There's some nuggets in there. And if you feel you'd like to join these students live, then you can. You can just get in touch with me and ask to come to one of the Q&A sessions. Okay, thanks a lot. As well. Right, good evening, folks. It's Monday, 18th of August, 2025. Is it 2025? I think it is. And we've got some folks here. A Q&A, a harmonica Q&A. So, yeah, first Q. Come on then, mister.
Yeah, it was really, I don't know, maybe if we haven't got many people about, you could do me a bit of a masterclass. But I mean, the question was broadly um, on, I suppose, blues improvisation, but just using, say, holes 2, 3, and maybe 2, 3, and 4. And my difficulty with it was getting the half step bend on hole 3. But that's just practice,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Really. Um, but I've been working on that in the year since I first asked the question, a little bit,
Is it a year? It only seems like Friday. Time goes
um,
fast.
and I think I've made a bit of progress with it. It's the sort of technique generally is just get any sort of blues track, preferably a sort of fairly slow to medium one, and you can get sort of into the groove of it, sort of thing, um, by just sticking to one note, really, and experimenting with rhythms.
You can,
But
absolutely. So if you're in the key of G, G will do it on 2 draw, 3 blow, and D will do it on 4 draw or 1 draw. You could pretty much stay on those 2 notes all the
yeah,
way
yeah,
through.
yes. Well, that was what I've been doing really, just trying to do impro, just using either just the two hole or using the three. But using the three, you've got to, well, you have to get the bend, but it's the blues scale, isn't it?
Yeah, three draw on its own won't sound very bluesy at all. It won't sound very
No,
great.
no, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, it'd be
yeah,
okay. It's okay, but it's too sweet. It's the
yeah,
in the chord of G, G B D. So it's the middle one of those 3 draw. Maybe it's all right. As is G and as is D, they're all right. They're just not terribly exciting.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it will conflict though when you come on to some of the chords. So a D doesn't conflict. A D fits throughout. Note of D, 4 draw, 1 draw, and a G fits everywhere. Um, I would say when you're improvising, you'd to work firstly get the rhythm. Try to get the groove. The groove is the most important thing. If you play the right sort of rhythm, a rhythm that's appropriate, a rhythm that works, a groove that fits, that's much more musical than trying to get the individual notes right. The rhythm trumps melody. Sorry to use that word. Um, so I would concentrate on the rhythm. Yeah, and then once you've got that down, or once you've got that working on that, um, I'd probably the next step for me would be playing bass lines. So you could once you've got the chords and the rhythms, you might do something like the first 8 notes of a basic blues line were what really helped me getting into the blues just over and over. Those 4 notes, and then the next 4 notes. Just that group of 8 notes. you're breaking the chords. You're just playing the individual notes of the chords, but it's what a bass player does. And
So what notes are you playing there?
this is all in blues level 2. You'll see it all written out in
Okay.
blues level 2. 2 draw G, 3 draw B, 4 draw D, and then that's going to be a. So what whole am I playing? 5 blow. C, E, G, C, E. So that's an E. And then I'm coming down. 5 draw F. I think it's 5 draw, is it? Yep. 5 blow E again. 4 draw D. 3 draw B. And then start again. I would just get those 8 notes down, and I found that really, really helpful to get me started into it. It felt like I was really, really playing the blues, and then the other. That's for the G chord, or the 1 chord you might call it, and then for the 4 chord, the C chord, the same sort of idea, but we're cheating a little bit. Really, you want, but that's an overblow, and we can't play that at the early stages. So it's a bit sweet, but it works. And then back to the G chord again. Then with the D chord, I normally would just, at the early stages, just play the note of D, then the C, and then part of that bit we initially started with. So it's a very basic blues line. So I would blues bass line. So I would learn lots of blues bass lines, which you'll find in blues level 2. That course, you'll find it there. I think there's about 8 of them, and I've just given you some ideas, but you can learn as many as you want from as many different influences as you want. But those 8 will be enough to start you going, and then that kind of steers you into what works for improvising and soloing. You kind of feel what works because you've got quite a good roadmap there.
Yeah, I mean, my present sort of problem with it, because I went through all that when I was um, working my way through the course, but I wasn't really doing any blues stuff there, although I did do the part of the course.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm working on Bones of the Blues. Um, but I feel like a bit of a beginner at it all, really. And I don't really remember any of that work. I mean, obviously, I can play it a lot better than I could then.
Yeah, of
I
course.
I don't really remember it as such. Um,
Well, Bones of the Blues is a bit different because
yeah,
we're choosing to play in 4 different keys on a C harmonica without bending notes. So it's D minor, E minor, A minor, B minor. So that book was written specifically for people who can play single notes, who can't bend notes, who want to play blues. So it's a sort of a halfway house thing, but it does teach you about 3rd position, 4th position, 5th position, and 6th position. It gets you playing in those positions, whether you know you're playing in those positions or not.
doesn't matter. Yeah,
It doesn't really matter. When you're doing it and you're experiencing it, then you can apply a name to it. Oh, okay, this is 5th position. Oh, right, I didn't know that. Oh, that's what 5th position feels like. So it helps you experience it. It doesn't go into the technical sides of it too much, but if you go through that book and video course Bones of the Blues, you will have quite a lot of experience of playing in 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th positions.
but which course are you talking about now?
Bones of the Blues.
Oh, yeah, that's just Puzzle, yeah. Okay.
That's what you just mentioned. Bones of the Blues, you said.
Well, that's what I've been. I've gone back to, yeah. Although I keep getting distracted, but that's where I'm working. So those variations are all in there somewhere, are they?
Yeah. Bones of the Blues. I'm just trying to find the PDF of the PDF documents. Here we go. Course overview. For course 42 and 43 I'm talking about, Ed.
Oh, milestone 3,
Yeah, 42 and 43.
yeah.
They're quite easy. If you can play single notes, they're quite easy. But what's difficult about it is the concept. It's inclined to blow the mind a little bit. So I tried to keep it secret. But when you come into milestone 2 and you're starting to get your single notes, starting to get your bending, you've got note bending on course 23, blues level 1 on course 24. Those are arguably the wrong way round, but anyway, blues level 2 is on course 25, and then you've got 26 is second position, 27 is first position, 28 is third position. So that little lot from 22 to 28 gives you a very good grounding in blues before you get into milestone 3 proper. So you'll if you follow the courses in order, you'll just come across this. It'll just jump out at you. Do you want Ed? Do you want to play something, and we'll give you some critique? Can do if you want to.
I haven't really got anything to play, to be honest.
Got nothing to wear. Got nothing to wear. I can't come to your party. Got nothing to wear.
Where's now? Where's the backing tracks?
Which backing tracks are you looking for?
In your course?
Well, they're pretty much every course has got backing tracks in it. Are you just looking for a basic blues?
I'm looking for a slow blues in G.
Well, try blues level 1 Chowder. Oh baby, it's nice and steady. Do you want me to fire it up?
I'll try one from. I don't have to change my speakers.
The reason I'm doing this with Ed is because no one else is asking questions. Ed's quite an advanced player. I try to prioritise people who are new, but you're all keeping quiet, so that's why I'm going over to Ed. But do feel free to jump in and butt in any time.
Let me just see if this will play on my speakers.
Yeah, nice phrasing. Yeah, I think that's really good, Ed.
That's the sort of thing, trying to sort of stick to basically two and three, but then trying to find ways to jump out of it and then jump back into it to sort of build it up into more.
Yeah.
Um,
Now you could tongue some of the notes, so you could ta 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 ta
yeah,
ta if you want to
yeah,
give it a
yeah,
bit more jip to it.
yeah,
You can you're okay at bending notes, so you can do a bit more, bit of vibrato. Try and get the vibrato in triplets. So ding ding ba 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 1 2 3 1 2 3. The vibrato works really well if you can have it going. You could mix a bit of chords in there. You could add it a bit more dirty, so add in a bit of maybe 5% of the next hole. Instead of, maybe add a little touch of the next hole to the right. Can you hear how it makes it much dirtier?
yeah.
It's just opening up the aperture a tiny bit so you get...
Yeah, well, I find that a problem because I spent so much time on single notes, getting clean single notes, that as soon as you play something else in, it feel you think, oh God,
Yeah, I know what you mean. It feels like it's sort of scruffy, doesn't it?
yeah. That, but
Well,
I tend to play too much of the adjoining hole. I don't get just a bit of it, and you know, it doesn't sound that dirty sound to me. I'm not very good at that. But that's practice, isn't it? That's just practice.
yeah. Then you could add a few more, bit more tongue blocking in there if you're getting into tongue blocking,
Well, I haven't been, but I think I'm going to need to with that.
because that will allow you to play a bit more rhythm.
Splits
So
and stuff. Yeah,
instead of playing, you could go. It's almost like a vibrato, isn't it? Because it's an on-off thing or a tremolo or something.
yeah. What seems to work quite well is when you'll if you do one bar or two bars with one sort of rhythm or style or whatever,
Yeah,
and then change to another one, but maintain it for another couple of bars,
yeah,
because people get used to what you're expecting to.
yeah. Well, I think what you did is really good. It just needs more time. It's really, really, really good. Um, think of think of it as if it's a conversation, because now we're talking about phrasing.
Hmm.
So in conversation, you might say something where it goes up at the end, and you might leave a gap, and you might say something which comes down at the end. You might say something that repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats. These are all things you do in music, like a call and response, a question and answer, sort of going up the hill, coming down. It's sort of
Yeah,
answer.
but if you make up a good sort of phrase on the first bar, then it works if you repeat it a few times, doesn't it? If it was a good
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
just stick with it.
I'm saying the same thing twice, but the second time with a bit more emphasis, and then it might be. sure. Yeah. Then you might think, oh, I'm getting bored down here, I'll go at the top. Repeating that same phrase. Da da do do, da da do do, da da do do, da da do do, da da do do.
I think the only other specific question that I had was very briefly, not that I'm likely to be having the chance to sort of go and play with a band anytime soon, but
Until October.
um, yeah, exactly. Um, if you were playing with a band and you were accompanying as opposed to doing a solo,
Yeah.
would it really, if you did that, if you went up to higher notes on the thing, are you going to piss everybody off because
Well,
it
you
sort
wouldn't
of
do it
stands
if you were
out?
accompanying.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No. You'd only do that
No,
if you were soloing.
yeah, okay,
Accompanying, comping, you're very much in the background.
yeah.
So you might, when you're comping, you might take on the role of a rhythm guitarist. You might just go and nothing else. That'll be okay. You might want to just try and copy the bass a bit. You might lean over to the bass and try and listen in on.
You're not going to pay the bass player off then, are you?
You'll tell by the look on the face of the bass player. I think if you take an interest in what somebody else is doing, they're likely to be interested.
Yeah, okay.
They'd probably be quite intrigued that you actually took the time and trouble to try and listen to what they're doing and copy them or play. You might
Yeah,
do a little bit of
yeah,
trading. Or sometimes what I would do and try and get someone else to join in with me would be sort of like horn lines. So if you had a horn section, they might be going 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or there might be some kind of rhythm. You wouldn't want to do that too much, so you do it for 12 bars and then you stop.
yeah,
If
yeah,
somebody's taking a solo for 24 bars, you'd probably do nothing for the first 12 and then something quite specific in the second 12. And try and team up. If there was a sax player on board, you'd try and get them. It's very difficult to control sax players because they want to just do their own thing and not really listen and not. I've always found it very difficult to, in jam sessions, to try and get them to. I'm trying to make some kind of cohesive band, like a big band, but they don't look at you. They're just in their own little world. There's a course which I did called, what was it called? Something like 9 different ways to play with a band or something, wasn't it?
yeah, something like that, yeah.
9 smart ways to play in a group. It's course 74. So it goes into, channel your inner rhythm guitarist or bass or drummer or doo-wop singer, or person who fills in the gaps between vocal lines, or horn section, or whatever else you can think of. Pianist. Just see what you can listen. If you like piano, see what pianists are doing, and see if you can sort of mimic something useful. You've got to try and find something useful in a band. You're not there to show off your skills. You're there to try and
to add to whatever's going on. Yeah,
add something and have fun. This is only a fun thing. Yeah, and quite often you'll find a guitarist will want to trade with you. Question and answer thing, or call and response, which can work really well sometimes.
Yeah. Food for
And
thought.
then have some little quotes you can put in. There's a little Walter puts in a quote quite often, I've heard. I heard that I was watching a trad jazz the other day, and he was just playing along, and then he put and went off to something else. So it's good to amuse people, isn't it? If you can find a little quote to put in, something funny, and then move on from it. The jazz guys do it all the time, and they make it very humorous. It can be a bit intellectual, some of those guys. I remember seeing a band, well, I think it was at Ronnie Scott's actually, years and years ago, when people were allowed to smoke in pubs, and there was a lot of smoke around, and the sax player was playing something, and then he just played "Smoke Gets in Your Eyes" and just carried on, and certain people laughed. But yeah, just to make people, it's just entertainment, isn't it? Having fun for yourself, entertaining, learning. Yeah, why not? Good question. Was there a question? I can't remember. Seems so long ago.
I think there was a few, but I think you covered them all.
Yeah. But once you are able to sort of get the notes that you want, then the phrasing is the thing that really makes it. Oh, look at that. Thank you.
Excellent.
Lovely.
Thank
you so much. Excellente. The phrasing is so important. If you listen to like Tony Bennett or Frank Sinatra or whoever you think's got good phrasing, Ella Fitzgerald or any of those sort of people, B.B. King, Howling Wolf, whoever you want, Sonny Terry, Muddy Waters, whoever you want to listen to, Hank Williams, whoever you think's got good phrasing, study that. See how they do it. See what you like, what really works that you like. Copy that. Copy these great players that are all out there. Okay, good stuff. We went down this route because none of our beginnery students had any questions. I wouldn't normally cover that kind of thing until a bit later because it can be a bit like, oh my God. So now's your time, folks. Talk to me. Ask me. We've got half an hour left. Mr. Mellon, go for it.
Looking at the various courses, and you just did it then, you said course number 57.
Yep.
I haven't found anywhere on the site where there is a number next to any of the courses. Am I looking in the wrong place, or is there a list?
Yep.
I'm looking in the wrong place.
Yep. Yep. Let me...
Because I can't find any numbers to courses.
Well, you shall. Just hold hard and I'll sort you out. Right. Previous.
That's a beginnery question for you.
No, it's a great question because that's the sort of thing which people need to know. So I'm going to put in the chat what I think is probably the link that you're going to need, Paul. I think. Hopefully. So I'm going to share the screen now. So that link should take you to this page. Are you familiar with that at all?
Familiar with what?
Can you not see the screen?
Can't see a screen, no.
I'm sharing my screen with you.
Well, I can see you. Can anyone else see a screen? Everyone can, apart from me.
It could be at the top of your Zoom window. There might be some different tabs. One might say Ben's screen. Look at Ben's screen.
No, I've got my own screens. I think we had this problem before.
Really?
Not we, me.
Ooh.
It's not your problem. No, I can't find. No, I can't see a screen that you're sharing.
Have you got view at the top of the screen?
Have I got view?
At the top of your Zoom
Oh,
screen?
hang on. I've got a thing saying Ben's screen. I'll click on that.
That's the one.
Now I can see it.
You're a genius.
Well, there you go. Beginner.
So, look at the top. Look at the URL on the top. Up here.
Yeah.
playharmonica.teachable.com.
Yep.
And then you would just log in, and you should get to this page.
Yes, I've actually got that open in another window.
Okay, so look here. Page
I'm looking
1.
at your one. Yes.
The video book training, the most important page. Bookmark it. So we'll click on that. So you could bookmark this, and when you see Corporal Jones, you're in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there anywhere on there you can see any numbers?
What do they say about sarcasm?
Well, you might be word number blind.
Well, let me look at mine and see. I'm sure it's exactly the same as your screen. I'm looking.
Just
and
tell
it
me,
has numbers going down it, but oh, hang on. I've got to go into milestone right. Okay. Yes, I have it now. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Don't look at the stuff on the left, chaps. Don't look at the stuff on the left.
No, that's where I was going wrong. I was going into the...
Don't go down through this list. Go back to Corporal Jones and the training.
Yes.
If you're on the 1 month trial taster thing, you don't have that. You do have Corporal Jones, but you only have milestone 1 basically, so it's much simpler. You don't have to worry about the problems that Paul's got.
The problems that Paul's got.
Yeah, the problem of not seeing the numbers, because this is not easy.
Being an imbecile.
It's not easy. No one said it was going to be easy.
Well,
Except that, can I just throw this in for everybody?
Throw away.
The column on the left with all the topics on, if you scroll right up to the top and click on page 1, that takes you to Corporal Jones.
yes.
There you go.
And that's always there.
Yes.
Don't panic.
Well, that's my question has been answered.
Well, I'm very glad you asked it, because there'll be other people thinking, damn, I was exactly...
Too scared to ask.
Hold on a minute. Something's doubled up here. Look at this. These numbers have just doubled. Paul, what have you done? Look
I
at
haven't
that.
touched your screen.
Something funny just happened.
Ah,
Ha 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 ha. Let me refresh that and see if it goes away. Please go away. It's gone away. That's good.
glitch.
A glitch. Right. Is that okay, Paul?
Absolutely perfect.
So just work through the numbers. Keep going through the numbers.
Yep.
As much as you can.
Yep.
That's for everybody.
I'm not onto numbers yet. I'm onto metronome and clapping out of time.
Yeah. It's much harder. Good stuff. We've also got Miriam is here, and John is here, Terry's here, and Paul is here. Another Paul. Lots of Pauls. We've got a house full of Pauls, really, haven't we? Splendid. And Sean is here as well. Okay, thank you. That was a fantastic question. See, there's no such thing as a stupid question, because that's really good that we cleared that up. Cool. Let me just check in with Paul McGee and see how you're getting on. Is there anything you want any help with? And then Steve after that, see if there's any help you wanted. And Louis.
Thank you, Ben.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed, I did have a question, and since this is for beginners, with regard to chugging.
Yes.
Now, my question relates to how much you articulate the letters. I'm thinking one example is number 70 and the chugging exercises in the taster course.
Yep.
You have words, and in this particular one, it's duck, for example, duck and dog. Now, my question relates to how do you articulate those letters on the in-breath? Is it, or have I missed the purpose of this exercise? Is it not important to actually get the sound of that word as you are playing the harmonica?
If you could just whisper all of these chugging phrases, you can whisper breathing out just as easily as you can whisper breathing in. There's no reason. So if you were doing, let's go back a few phrases. Chew, chucka, chew, chucka, chew, chucka, chew. And now whisper it. Chew, chucka, chew, chucka, chew, chucka, chew. Now whisper it on the inhale. Chew, chucka, chew, chucka, chew, chucka, chew. There's no difficulty with that.
But it's on the in-breath that I have a problem of getting the ch. Ch is like it requires an out-breath. Duck seems to me to require an out-breath.
Negative.
But I'm getting it wrong, yeah.
Negative. You can do it on the inhale as well.
So one can say duck inhaling.
You can say anything you want inhaling. Try it. Everybody try it. Whispering, something whispering breathing out and something whispering breathing in. It's the same. If you do it quietly, it's the same.
It doesn't quite sound exactly the same.
It doesn't sound the same, no. But it will do when you stick a harmonica. Like, I would like a chicken tikka. I would like a chicken tikka. I would like a chicken tikka. Any reasonable restaurant would understand the order that I wish to place.
Okay.
I mean, you can't speak breathing in unless you're Irish or Norwegian or my mother. Yeah. I can't do that. I don't mean to say nasty things about the Irish here at all, but I've noticed that Irish folks do that and Norwegian people do that, I've noticed. And my mother does that, I've noticed. So this is my world's experience of people speaking on the inhale. That's difficult, but it can be done. Wasn't there a thing, the Fast Show, didn't they have a thing about people from the Isle of Man who, we are from the Isle of Man? They were all speaking on the inhale. They were taking the mickey. Is that right? I think that's right, isn't it? Hello, we're from the Isle of Man. They was just speaking on the inhale to make it sound silly. I have no idea if the Manx people speak on the inhale. I really wouldn't know. Unlikely, I'd say. So you're just whispering, Paul. And whisper with as much gusto as you can. It doesn't matter when you're saying dog and duck because it's just a one-syllable thing, so it doesn't really matter. It's interchangeable. Perhaps I should give you the rationale behind it. When I was learning trumpet at school, we were taught to... So with no real articulation, just like ah, and then we were taught, now if you want to give the note a bit of a punch at the beginning of it, you need to articulate, and we would call it single tonguing, and you use the letter T, T-A. Ta 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 ta. So you kind of whisper ta 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 on the trumpet, and you would on any breathing. Well, I don't know, but a lot of all brass instruments you would do that, and flutes you would do that. So a lot of wind instruments have this articulation where you go ta 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 ta. So it could be ah ta 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 ah. You know, it's quite a different sort of. I guess it's staccato legato. That's how I did describe it. And then in the trumpet we had ta ka. If you wanted to have double tonguing, they called it. You would go ta ka ta ka ta ka ta ka. Now, if all of you try to go ta 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 very fast, try it. Ta 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 speaking. Ta 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 ta. Now try ta ka ta ka ta ka ta ka ta ta ka. Ta ka ta ka ta ka ta ka ta ka ta ka. You can do it double the speed because it's front of the mouth, back of the mouth. Ta ka 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 ta ka. And then triple tonguing on the trumpet was taught to us as ta ta ka. Ta ta ka 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 ta. and then you can use the kind of softer way, diddly 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 diddly, you know, that kind of diddly stuff. So it's just using articulation to create interesting sounds. It's very common on lots and lots of instruments. So I came to the harmonica from the trumpet, and to me that was normal to do that. So then I started listening to a lot of Sonny Terry when I first started playing harmonica, and you know, his style is you know, kind of so people would ask me, how do you make that sound like? So some of it is smooth and lyrical, and some of it is very ticka 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 ticka. So I've figured out, I don't think I had any help with this, I kind of figured out that it's words that are spoken into the harmonica. Do chak ticka chak ticka chak do chak do chak do chak do chak ticka diddly ticka chak ticka chak do chak. So that came to me through my experience, and then I also went to an Indian tabla workshop, and they were teaching how the tabla is taught with words, and I think it's called conical. So Indian music is taught, or classical Indian music is taught with words. Dum da tick tick dum da diri diri dum tick da dum tick da tick dum da dum tick da tick dum tick tick ding 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 da dum. That kind of stuff. So that resonated with me. So it's kind of all the same thing. So I thought, well, let's just make up some symmetrical chugging where it's not like Sonny Terry, because that's really hard, but symmetrical chugging. So it's 4 beats out, 4 beats in, and you just say a load of nonsense. And I was teaching in schools at the time, so I got kids to just speak in harmonic code. So they were saying, you know, what did you have for breakfast? So you can pretty much say anything, whisper anything through the harmonica, and it kind of comes out. You don't need to make yourself heard and understood in terms of the words. It's only a device to make the sound more interesting. And I just felt right at the beginning of my career in teaching, I found people struggled getting single notes, whereas every single person I ever taught could play chords immediately. So I just thought, well, that's obviously the place to start. And then later I realized that rhythm's more important than notes. Again, because of school. You see, you know, I don't know if any of you have seen a school concert. Little Johnny runs on the stage with his clarinet or whatever, goes, and runs off. And everybody goes, has he finished? What happened? Because he played all the tunes to all the notes to Little Donkey or something, and maybe even in the right order, but with no rhythm, there's no musical integrity to it. You can't tell what the tune is if there's no rhythm, even if the notes are right. You cannot tell. Did you know that? You can't actually tell. If I played you a tune, you can't recognize that. But if I clapped it, you might recognize it. Anybody recognize it?
Fire starter.
Huh?
Fire starter.
Nearly.
Deck the halls.
Deck the halls.
So you recognize the tune with no notes.
Mm.
But you didn't recognize it when I played the right notes. Without rhythm. Actually, it was Firestarter. It doesn't matter because it could be anything, couldn't it? It could be anything. So that really just proves to you that the rhythm trumps the note. So that chugging thing was, well, what can I do with people when they first start learning harmonica? They can't play single notes immediately. They want to play tunes. They can't play tunes. They'll give up. They'll throw it away. It's all a big waste of time. What can people do immediately? What can everybody do immediately? Well, that's all right. It's a bit boring, but yeah, you can do that. That's why we start with things like the ha ha hoo hoo. That makes it interesting when you give it the beans and when you add a kind of tomato puree to it. Do that for half an hour a day and you will be a very much better harmonica player. You might not live long, but it's going to be... yeah, and then we go on to things that don't need articulation, like the hoochie coochie. In, out, out, in. It's very simple. Or the 12-bar blues. And I think I added a bit of articulation to just say chowder because it makes it a bit crisper. Because you want to switch the notes off as well. You don't want it just hanging on. Sounds very sloppy. So then the articulation on top of the chords comes in and makes it quite fun and interesting and exciting, I think. And it's very practically useful when you're playing in bands. It's very useful to be able to do that comping thing in all different types of music, in reggae or country or folk or blues or rock. It's a handy thing to be able to do because you're not playing a solo most of the time, and it's something we can all do. It's easy. And it helps you with your breathing and your rhythm. So that's the kind of thought process behind it all. Yeah, so just get in the groove. So Marcus is here. I want to check in with Steve and Marcus in the remaining times. Steve or Marcus goes first. Okay, go. After that, Steve. Yeah.
Hey, sorry I was a bit late. I've had a long weekend barbecue. I fell asleep.
You're sorry. Imagine how we feel.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah.
Marcus is a barbecue coach, by the way. He's a teacher of barbecue. So
yeah.
I'm surprised you're here at all.
I know. I was away all weekend in Essex, but yeah, I'm teaching people how to barbecue. So.
Did you go see Sean? He's in Essex.
No, I didn't. I was at Malden. I don't know where people are, but yeah, I was there. So I took my harmonica along and had a little practice in the choir, which was really nice. I find it really nice for just having a bit of me time. So I'm really enjoying that. And Sean gave me some really good feedback after I was like I did warn you, Ben, that I sort of try and run before I can walk a little bit. And yeah, so Sean just brought me back and gave me some good advice last week, and just
that in the bubble group.
Yeah, and in on Facebook as well. So yeah, I posted.
Just tell me, hands up, who's going to the bubble groups? Who's going to your bubble groups? Hands up. Everybody. Fantastic. Mr. McGregor, you definitely need to go to these.
Okay. No, I missed
really important. Really important. If you can. At least just once a week. Just half an hour. If you can, if you've got time. And I think, Marcus, you've got a great opportunity to, once you got your barbecues going, you could probably sell people some harmonicas and teach them how to play something very simple around a barbecue, couldn't you? It's a little extra add-on.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I like to keep music for me though as well a little bit.
Fair enough.
If you know what I mean, because you can teach teach. You're a great teacher with harmonica, so I don't need to be. I'll certainly send them your way. So if they want to learn.
The first time I ever played in public was at a barbecue, so it's the opportunity for music is quite prevalent at barbecues, I've noticed.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. So that's for me one of the reasons I want to do it. Better campfire singing and guitar and harmonica, and it all sits lovely together. So I'm really loving the journey. So I just need to. I have skipped forward a little bit, but I'm also making sure I'm spending time doing what I need to do as well. So we had a little chat in the bubble group about people wanting to skip forward, and I'm one of those who wants to skip forward occasionally.
We all do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do, but then just realise and come back to getting in order.
Yeah.
Follow the courses in order. Yeah, you can skip forward. Why not? But then come back to it.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you have one of the courses that's way down the line is called Whammer Jammer. The first couple of lectures in Whammer Jammer anybody can do, because they're all designed to be. Each course is designed to be kind of easy at the beginning, and then it gets into the work side of it.
Yeah,
you can, but then come back to the general thrust of it is very laid out and sensible structure. Yeah,
no, definitely. It's working good. Thank you. Thank you. Loving it.
Good man yourself. Right, Steve, tell me how you're getting on.
All right, Ben. Yeah, I had some good feedback from Ed. Thanks, Ed.
Excellent.
I was playing my harmonica and moving my head and not the harmonica. So he pointed that out to me, and I've watched some videos now, and I've realised that's what I am doing. So
well, I think that's the key to it, is being aware of it, because which is right, moving your head or moving the harmonica. I don't know, but being aware of it is really important. Yeah.
Yes, I've been playing in front of the mirror and watching myself and making sure I'm relaxed as I'm doing it.
Perfect.
And, so it's going okay. And there's a few of us in Essex, Marcus. I'm in Basildon, but very close to McMorden, so not far away.
Okay. Next time I'm up next year, then I'll give people a shout.
We can get some local groups running. Yeah. Is there anything you want any help with, Steve?
No, I think it's all going pretty well. I'm sort of listening in and stuff I'm hearing is all helping out.
Yeah.
And of course it's going well, and I can jump about and go around. Although I am following the structure, so I'm enjoying it.
I think it's good to, if you were building a house, start with the foundations, probably best on the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Who else do we need to catch up with in the last few minutes? John, Mr. Hancock, Miriam? Miriam, go for it.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, I don't know if I can actually talk backwards, but I'll try it. Sorry. I just wanted to ask you, I've blanked. I didn't have much coffee today. The timer, you mentioned this website that you get on your phone, for your, not timer.
Metronome?
Metronome, yeah, sorry. Yes. My memory goes to hell altogether. That's it. And it was just a short name, and it was really good. I've lost it off my phone, and I'm just wondering if I just had a short 2-word name.
The one that I like, there's loads. The one that I like is called True Metronome Light.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could have been. Yeah, I'll just
True Metronome Light. That's the one I've got. I mean,
yeah, Metronome Light. Thank you. I just wanted to try and go back to the one.
I think I've got 4 on here. That's the one I like.
Right.
I don't like the digital ones, which with the flashing lights. Personally, I like the old-fashioned.
Yeah.
One
Yeah. Well,
I like a visual.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, grand.
Just a quick question, Ed. You don't have a cave or a bunker, have you? I'm just always fascinated with I just love your room. Sorry, I know it's nothing to do with harmonica, so I won't delay.
It's a spaceship, Miriam.
That's it. I knew there was something.
Ed's always
Sorry.
in a spaceship or somewhere.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I just had to ask you, but I, couldn't help it.
Battlestar Galactica, or you never know.
Thank you, Ren.
All right, thanks, Miriam. Who else has not spoken tonight? Mr. Hancock, come on, talk to me. Mr. Barley has not spoken either. If you want.
Good afternoon, all.
Come on, good afternoon.
No, I'm just carrying on with what I was been doing.
Do you want any help?
Just with the breathing and making sure that everything is nice and relaxed, and I'm not overblowing at the moment. So that's what I've been just inhaling in and out.
Okay, good man. Right.
And the only thing I have been tempted to do, I haven't got it here at the moment. I kind of did tape up round to one hole for rhythm. So I've been practicing rhythm on one note.
Okay.
You did the other day, which I thought
we did
a good one.
We did an open. There was an open mic on
That's
Saturday,
it.
and I played a blues on that. It wasn't actually terribly good. I'm going to redo it and make a proper production of it.
But I thought that's all right. What I allow myself now is in between the breathing, I allow myself to do the rhythm on another harmonica. So I got the two.
Okay.
So I got one to do the practice, and then when I get bored of that, I do some rhythm, and then I come back to the practice. And so that's what I've been finding has been good for me. Because rhythm, I'm relatively okay at, without saying no. But I mean, I'll probably trash out now. But getting everything else right is important first. But I do enjoy rhythm.
And I think if you can get your metronome just going tick tock, I've been doing this with a few students lately. I think there was some guy. Oh God, he was terrible. Oh, it was Paul. It wasn't you. If you set it for something like 60 beats a minute and just try and clap, 1 beat per second, and as soon as you're getting it right, if you're clapping with a good sort of volume, you suddenly can't hear the metronome, and then you're spot on. Either that or the metronome's broken. Then you speed it up, and that's much harder. And then you slow it down, and that's much harder to try and get it in the right place. Very, very difficult. And then you try and go in between, so it's going tick tock, tick tock. Tell us, Paul, what do you think? Are you enjoying the torture?
It was humiliating. I didn't realise I had such terrible timing until I tried to do it halfway.
We all have terrible timing.
It was all over the place. I was shocked, absolutely shocked. Yeah, I was. Yeah, really.
So it's trying to judge, isn't it, if the metronome's going tick tock.
Well, I'm cheating now because I'm saying 1 and 2 and 3, and I'm doing it on the and.
Yeah, that's not cheating. That's exactly what you're meant to do. 1 and 2 and 3 and then you'll subdivide it. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and then you'll start clapping on the E, not the and. 1E and 2E and 3E and then you'll start clapping on the 1E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and you'll start doing that, and that's much harder because a lot of music is it's basically got a tick tock, but underneath it, like gospel music from it's going, but you only hear this stuff. Anyway, it's all good. Well done.
Yeah, I believe in metronomes. I got to be honest with you. You can get lots of cheap ones around, and they're just as good as some of the more expensive ones.
Well, the ones on the phone are just as good, and they're free.
Yeah.
Is that a song? I believe in metronomes.
I believe in metronomes. It was the first thing I bought. It was the first thing I bought.
Metronomes of the future, metronomes of the past. Possibly not. Well, on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to close. And then we're going to have to close the meeting rooms, Jason, if you don't mind, at 8:29, because I've got a call coming in at 8:30, if you don't mind. So, folks, thank you very much for coming. I'm going to switch that off.